So this is from The Sun, so you can take that for what it's worth. It's the UK edition. Just look at this headline here. Full of hate. Dayton gunman Connor Betts described himself on social media as a pro-Satan leftist who despised Donald Trump. There you go. There's one. And then one other article that's being cited heavily is from The Heavy by two people, 6X Hammer 666 and old Tim Pool. Connor Betts, Twitter posts on being a leftist and guns. There you go. See, Connor Betts, Dayton mass shooter, was self-described leftist who wrote that he would be happily vote for Democrat Elizabeth Warren, praised Satan, was upset 2016, and added, quote, "I want socialism and I will not wait for idiots to finally come around to understanding," unquote. Folks, we got a problem in this country. A big, big problem. Betts' Twitter profile read, of course, his pronouns are out there. He, him, anime fan, metalhead, leftist. I'm going to hell and I'm not coming back, unquote. Yeah. One tweet on his page read, "Off to midnight mass. At least the songs are good. Atheist on Christmas." The page handle. I'm the spookster. On one selfie, he included the hashtag selfie for Satan, hail Satan, and at Satan tweeting. On the day of Republican Senator John McCain's death, he wrote that John McCain. He also liked tweets referencing the El Paso mass shooting in hours before Dayton. Holy smokes. Twitter has now suspended the page. Vote blue for God's sakes. As you can see the thing right here. He's quoted say, "This is America, guns in every corner, guns in every house, no freedom but that to kill," he wrote in December 2018. "'Tis the pistol is a Beretta 93R. What? Never heard of that one. Called the Rec 7 in, I don't know. Hammer. Okay. He's talked about Parkland. Yeah. He retweeted Mr. Cody. Huh. Some guy on Twitter. Probably with a blue check mark. That's all according to his Twitter page, which has been reviewed by The Heavy. The Twitter page gives us the first public glimpse into the shooter's politics, and what he wrote stands pretty much in polar opposites to accuse El Paso shooter Patrick Crusius. I'm going to have to delete that name. Whose own social media accounts indicated support for Donald Trump and anti-immigrant measures such as border wall. You can read this guy's page here. The Greene County Board of Election lists Betts as a party Democrat. Based on the tweets he liked, the Dayton shooter seemed to be following the coverage of the El Paso shooter closely. Authorities now say that Betts, 24 of Bellbrook, Ohio, donned body armor and a mask for shooting and killing 9 people outside a Dayton bar, including his own sister. Jesus. At least 27 were injured. Police say the motive is unclear. You can read his tributes to the victims here. Have you confirmed the Twitter page through multiple verification factors, including a matching tattoo on both a page selfie and a prominent news outlet's pictures of Connor? Betts. Several family linkages to the page, similar photos, including of him and the family dog on the page. Stop it. Stop it. Right. Okay, continuing on. Yeah, I got to apologize. I'm using the business center computer here in the hotel, and as you can see, yeah. And then this is what he wrote. I'm gonna leave out some of the words because, you know, in 2016, in 3 words, "This is bad," he wrote on November 8, 2016. He did follow Trump's page. Quote, "You cannot do that to people and injure that in 10 minutes with cigarettes, my dude," he wrote in 2017. In response to BuzzFeed's story that... Okay, we're back. Okay. So Virginia has declared a state of emergency in anticipation of the United rally in Charlottesville this weekend. He wrote this unfortunate sentence, or statement, if you will. His top post was a retweet of a person responding to a Huffington Post story that person had written. Millennials have a message for Joe Biden generation. Hurry up and, oh my God. As you can see, hurry up. Yeah, this guy had an issue. Continuing on here, he shared a post that showed Donald Trump and referred to a global fascist movement. This is by, he retweeted Adam Weinstein. Don't know about him. He also said that he enjoyed anime, railed against ICE and the Industrial Revolution, and made references to Satan. In May, he tweeted, "You'll never you'll never be rid of me. I'll haunt your life." Oh my God. He added, "My horoscope just reads." Okay, he wrote here, "I want socialism, and I will not wait for the idiots to finally come around to that understanding." Alrighty. On Twitter page, Connor Betts indicated that he'd vote for Elizabeth Warren for president, but not Kamala Harris, responding to a person's tweet suggesting they can be co-presidents. Nah, but only because Harris is a cop. Warren and I'd happily vote for her. He posted a photo of his tattoo on the right. On the page, the photo on the left was widely circulated of Betts in the news media. He responded to a person's tweet that read, "If you nominate anyone other than Sanders, you're going to lose," by writing, "I think Warren has a decent shot as well." And then if you want to read here, there's his tweets. I'm not going to read them, but as you can see, they are what they are. He shared an article that criticized Democratic leaders like Nancy Pelosi for not supporting AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, and Ayanna Pressley. Read it, he wrote. Some of his tweets were more philosophical. He wrote, "The time people say it is versus the time it feels like. What? I'm taking feelings over facts anytime." Wow. Whenever you heard that, he said, "I'm taking feelings over facts anytime." I think that was said something like AOC says something to the fact that, paraphrasing of course here, something like feelings are more important than facts or something, which doesn't make any sense. He was interested in Area 51 Facebook page, writing, "There's a Facebook group that about storming Area 51. He rallied against the police, QAnon, conspiracy theories, and white supremacists. Quote, "I love how older people will be like, life has no safe spaces. Grow up. Like we didn't see the planes hit Twin Towers when we were that age. We know the world is scary as soon as those came down." And then you can see, this is his post right there. Some of his tweets dealt with drugs. He wrote, "Amphetamines for when you need to get stuff done." On July 10th, he wrote, "Black Parade was bigger, but the 3 cheers was better." Some of his tweets were anti-police. "The police will not protect you," he wrote. And then he wrote that tweet there. He shared some posts about concentration camps on the border and wrote, "Cut the fences down." Oh my God. He retweeted a post from another person about stealing from right-wingers at a Trump rally. One of the tweets referred to white people. "Imagine if we did the thing you liked, but in a way that totally ruins what you liked about it. Wouldn't that be fun? Haha." Also, of course, wow. This guy, and you know what's funny? We're talking about this. I see this, I peruse a lot of like Reddit. I don't really comment on it. I had to do another video about that, my foray into one of the Reddit subreddits, and it didn't turn out too well. I wasn't even being mean. I didn't cuss or call anybody out. I just asked a question and I got downvoted into oblivion. But be that as it may. If you ever go to like these sites and see the leftist Twitter, even far right, if you will, if you want to call them that, they're crazy when they tell some of the conspiracy theories. They have the violent speech. There's a lot of their speech is violent twinge. I wouldn't say it's violent because how can speech be violent? It's kind of, unless you're calling for acts of violence like this guy kind of did. But that's the point, is like there's a serious problem. And again, I don't have a solution to solve it. That's another video I was thinking about coming up with. What's the solution to all this? But again, let's go back to the sun real quick. Where are you at? Again, this is a Dayton gunman. Connor Betts described himself on social media as a pro-Satan leftist who despised Donald Trump. So the narrative that this guy was influenced by, he was just dark. He was sick and he was demented. So he also backed, as in one of the, here it says, he also backed gun control and pointed the finger of blame towards Republicans for school shootings. And this guy did one himself. He wrote in December, "This is America, guns in every corner, guns in every house, no freedom but that." Jesus. I think I'm done talking about this guy for right now. I'm not gonna say I'm triggered or anything like that, but this is just messed up. What do you do? I don't know. But I would say that I don't know. I mean, can you jail someone or put somebody in handcuffs or involuntarily jail someone or put them in an institution for having dark thoughts? Then all of us would have to go into jail, apparently, or in an institution for a while. We all have dark thoughts, but for the majority of us, we don't act on them. You get down and you're not gonna go, what's gonna be a good idea. You just don't do that. So I'm gonna leave that here, and hopefully we get some more information, and I'll talk to you soon more about the other clown in El Paso. But again, don't know too much about that guy yet. We know more about Connor Betts, but notice how the news media hasn't really talked about him too much because of his political ideology. Let that sink in.